Steve, I can't believe the show has been on for 8 years.
Oh my God, you can't believe it.
It feels like it's only been a few months. I mean, it just feels like it. I'm not because it's a bad show. I mean, like because it doesn't feel like it's been that long.
Yeah, exactly.
How much longer could you see the show going? I could see it going another 8 years.
Listen to this, Justin. This is something that will tell you how long we've been on the air. We were in this place that we eat very often in Vancouver, and the waitress comes over, and she's got tattoos, and she's styled up, and she's in her 20s, and she says, "What are you guys doing here?" I said, "Oh, we're working on Psych." She goes, "Oh, I was on Psych." And I go, "Really? Well, I don't recognize you. What did you play on Psych?" She says, "I played the little girl who answered banana in the spelling bee."
Oh,
wow.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
I was terrified. And then I said, okay, we gotta wrap
I've
this
never
thing
heard that
up.
story. That's incredible.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Nice girl. Yeah.
So Steve, I have to ask.
Yeah, but how long do you see it?
As long as they'll pay for our episodes. We get more expensive all that time. We love doing it. We've been around a while. We're going to do it in any incarnation that we can. I'd like to ultimately do Psych movies every once in a while. I think those are cool.
I'm all for it. So Steve,
Yes.
the Sean and Gus dynamic, did that come from something in your own life? What inspired that? Because it's the very basis of the show.
This is the weird thing. Sean and Gus are equal parts of my personality. I am the person who is terrified to go open one of those doors to walk into somewhere, but at the same time, I have all of Sean's quips and snotty remarks. So I'm constantly at war with myself at all times. So it was sort of born out of that idea, and my desire, and sort of the way that we sort of run the show is that our life is the constant search for fun, and how much is too much, and how much is getting in the way of becoming an actual self-realized human being. So for us, when we break stories, it's like, what worlds do we get to play? We get to do Harry Potter this week. Okay, that's the cool thing. So it was mostly born out of the two sides of my personality. It's well represented.
You can make up words. You're
Yes. It was well representatized. In the cartoon strip Calvin and Hobbes.
Okay. And are you a Sherlock Holmes fan? Because I see a lot of, kind of similarities.
Yes, certainly. Especially I was really excited because this was really inspired by the sort of Sherlock Holmes, The Great Observer, and since then they've made a few of these Sherlock Holmes movies that Guy Ritchie has done,
right.
And in turn they do sort of this thing where he sees things almost like a Sean vision.
Yeah.
And it was very cool that how similar that is.
An homage to Steve.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it was an homage to me, but then it gave me license to totally go rip off Guy Ritchie. And we're doing a London gangster episode that is, that's too straightforward, right, for a Psych episode. So that's where I took Harry Potter and mashed those two together. And we have an episode called Lock, Stock, Some Smoking Barrels, and Burton Guster's Goblet of Fire.
Vinnie Jones in it.
Vinnie Jones is in it, and
so
one of the coolest guys of all time, and exactly as advertised. Totally terrifying. Tells these unbelievable great stories, and what a really fun, great guy.
So Steve.
Okay, as I stand up, I'm going to answer this question.
All right. So looking back at all this, musical was great idea. Who tells you no?
Tim Amundsen and Maggie Boston.
Great.
No, nobody tells us no. That's why we get away with it.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Sometimes James tells you no if you say, we're going to do an episode where you jump into this water and then you're going to be wet and you're
And then you're
going to
get on a horse.
Yeah, you're going to
Yeah. James doesn't like to be wet or hung upside down. Those are the only things that will say no.
Thank you so much, guys.
Bye.